So today's topic and agenda for discussion is, what do you feel and how do you feel about absent fathers and the lack of having a positive male role model in your life as a young man? Do you feel it has a negative impact, and how is that negative impact seen?
So yeah, what I think about like absent fathers and stuff about that, like really is just like, you know, me personally, I don't have any kids and stuff, so I can only think about it in concept because I know people who have kids and that, and I can understand like the difficulties that are behind it. But really, if you put like, you know what I'm saying, love at the forefront of it, and you kind of just like realize that maybe you might not be fully compatible with the girl that you've chosen to be with, but you know, during that situation, you should pull together and try and to like bring the best situation you can, not only for yourself in the future but for your child, innit? Because if you're the type of person, and I know a couple of people that have like child with like multiple women and stuff to do that, like I'm not really one to judge, but I personally think that's not cool, you know what I mean? If I was gonna have better kids, I'd rather just be one woman, innit? And you know, for the absent fathers that are not fully there, like, you know, as a man, I don't fully respect you for that, you know what I mean? Nah, like, you know what I'm saying, like, look out for your youth, like, imagine you go to school, like, need new shoes and shit, mom's struggling, like, come and try and sort that out, cause even if you don't want to fucking, like, speak to the woman, drop a little letter through the box with a couple hundred in there, and just say, yeah, that's my contribution, despite anything, even if it's that bad, like, you know what I'm saying, but, like, if it gets to that point, but if you're able to at least be, like, cool with the person, and you don't have to, like, go through all these mad measures and shit just to, like, you know, see the child or whatever, because it's all, you know, there's so many angles you could look at it, you know what I mean, depending on the situation, how it turned out, you know what I mean, like, you could be cool with the woman, you could be on edge with the woman, you know, or it could be like half and half, like, it really just depends on the situation. But me personally, I think absent fathers is not cool, like, you know, you should take care, you had to with the woman, like, you know what I'm saying, so look after your own, because that's your blood at the end of the day as well, you know what I'm saying, like, that's your part of your legacy, and if you're not even going to help nurture that, to the point where they can at least look after themselves, then no respect to you for that. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, it's quite a topic, this, you know, circumstances around relationships that end badly, you know, become, you know, they propel out of control. You know, there's situations where the female may have been the problem, and that caused the father to move away. You know, so looking at it from that perspective, you know, there's a lot of different situations out there. Sometimes the man is just promiscuous and can't really commit, and that's why kids don't have fathers. But in other cases, you know, the women are just as much to blame as the guys, you know what I mean?
True.
I mean, I don't think any man would just abandon his family for the sake of, you know, just changing his life overnight. Circumstances must be pushing these people to do things. Whether they cheat on their wives, I don't know, maybe they're not happy in their relationship, but then that's the sort of thing that they need to sort out with the woman. You know, if there's no love anymore, people need to just come to that conclusion and move on from there and decide what the best thing to do for the family is, for the kids, and for the future of the kids, you know. Any man that abandons his child, whether he's been pushed away by the woman or whether the woman has cheated on him or whatever, is not a real man, you know. It's, in my philosophy, it takes a woman to make a man. You're not a man unless you have a woman, you know what I mean? Because women drive men crazy, bro. Let's be honest with it, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's good crazy or bad crazy, you know? There's a lot of people out there that are very determined in getting their families sorted and can even move on to a new family. But they always look after the kids that are there. And I big up those dudes, you know what I mean? Because no matter how bad the situation has been, they've still got their kids back. But the majority of men would rather move on and get something else in their life. Which is not, you know, it's a bit, I can't understand why you do that, you know? Yeah, it's basically what I have to say on this subject.
Yeah, I have to agree with him. Like, it's not cool because, you know, the child has your name, you have the child's name on it, so it's not cool to just leave him. And, you know, he'll be in school, look at his friends with the fathers, and then he looks at him, he doesn't have a father, so yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. It's not cool, you know, to leave him. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, obviously I say the same. Obviously, at the end of the day, child didn't. That's like a blessing. That's your seed, isn't it? So, you know what I mean? Like some people can't even like have kids and whatnot. Even if that's like I just said, like if the situations are bad or whatnot, it's you ain't got to chat to the woman, and they can just provide for the child, innit? Even stay in contact, living that. You know what I mean? Obviously, things are changing now where, like, even situations where they obviously people take turns to do whatnot. But at the end of the day, there's more things like, what's it called, restraining orders, whatnot. Obviously, women get more privileges. So sometimes, like, I don't know. But obviously, it's then again to blame. Men can be blamed because, like, some men just be like, oh, no, they're not ready, so they're just gonna do a dash, innit? So, it's like 50-50, but I don't know. I can't really speak on that too much. You know what I mean?
I remember someone saying there's a lot of women that can call themselves mothers, but a lot of men that could call themselves fathers, you know, and that's not good for the male influence on kids' life, you know, kids' lives and stuff. Kids need role models, and if these men can't be role models for their kids, they're gonna go and look at, you know, the guy next door. You know, they might see somebody selling drugs and be like, okay, I want to be just like that. He's got the cash, you know. But if you had a father around to sort of explain to him that, you know, there's better ways to live life, there's better ways to succeed in life. You know, you've got to work hard, you've got to put an effort into it, and then you reap the rewards. You know, if nobody's giving these kids that sort of guidance, then yeah, I mean, the next kid might be the one in Brixton getting stabbed, you know what I mean? Or in any of these neighborhoods that everybody's just running around with knives and not really knowing what they're doing, just young and dumb, you know?
I know, it's silly, isn't it? You know what I mean, I remember when I was really young, and I'll share this because it's a personal one, but I think it's relevant to the subject. Like, you know, when I was like really young and shit, like, basically, I didn't have, like, I had a father, but he wasn't really about, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I won't go too into it, but some shit happened, and then basically, like, I used to, like, look up to the wrong people, like, that didn't really have my best interests in the heart, and they led me to feeling it was cool to do 1, 2 things, you know what I mean? And it was just like, nah, like, after you look at, like, the concept, you know, you realise that you're just trying to impress, like, next man, like, and it's just like, you know, a real man can be a wolf and he can go and do his own, and like you said, you know, work hard and you reap the rewards as long as it's honest and you're not hurting anybody else, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I feel like with the whole knife thing, it's like, the only reason I did it is because I wanted to protect myself.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing these days, you know, everybody feels they need to protect themselves, you know what I mean?
But now, it's like, because I'm older and I look back at that shit, I just realised it was just all like, just a pretense, man.
Yeah, the kids these days all feel they need to protect themselves.
Shit, man. You know what I mean?
Everybody's like, running around with knives, you know?
And I fear for my younger brother, because I got a younger brother now that he's like, what, like 3, nearly 4, basically. And his father is like not really there, innit? So I'm just like, how am I gonna be there for my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's there, but he's not there, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, he can still kind of get to him, but he doesn't come round, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, how can I be there for my mum and my brother? And it's bare stressful and shit. And it just makes me think, like, you know what? I need to, like, try and be that role model or that example. Or at least try anyway, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. That shit is crazy, bro. I believe fathers, I don't respect them in it because I think they're like cowards. Like, what I'm saying? But if you can do your thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like, you know, to each their own, innit? Do what you gotta do, but I just don't think that shit's cool. You know, I feel like you should definitely at least make an effort. Like, don't, like, shy away from the thing, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, in my experience, man, personally, my parents have always been together, you know. My dad's always been with my mom. And I know people whose parents have split up in bad ways. And the males would go and get another family, the moms would start dating again. So there'd be a lot of different partners, you know, after the relationship ended. But yeah, the father would go off and have a new relationship and start a new family and come back a couple of years later and be like, how's things, you know? Still feeling that connection to the woman. You know, when these things blow out of proportion, people move away from each other because there's a lot of anger involved. There's a lot of resentment, you know? But when the dust has settled and things are becoming more clearer, they started to actually realize, you know, it was bad, but it could have been worse. Some people lose their lives over shit like that, relationships, you know?
You know, that's true.
And it's sort of the weight for a kid to bear, you know, in that sense, like maybe his dad cheated on his mom and his mom committed suicide or something, or the other way around, you know what I mean? It's very heavy for a child to take on. Maybe going off a bit off the topic a bit, but as grown-ups, as individuals, we should take responsibility for our actions, you know, and look for the best possible outcome for the kids and for ourselves as well.